Looks like I have a little company. Welcome, guys. My voice always leaves me when I have a flare up. When it's trying to go away, it seems that my voice goes with it. But we're good. Welcome. Just going to wait a few minutes to see if anyone else joins us. I've had uh, quite a bit of interest in this subject, but I don't know how many are going to follow through and drop by. Looks like one left us already. Okay. Yes, just not interesting enough. Oh, did someone just join us? Or should I just say me? Had a few more minutes before 7 o'clock, so I'm going to wait. I got about 3 minutes. So we'll wait for them. Um, wait for the 3 minutes to go, and hopefully we'll have some others to join us. Things I need to figure out. There's usually a little box here where you can type in your comments, and I don't have it. Well, at least I don't see it. Maybe it only comes up after um, someone comments, maybe. I don't know. I would like to try to test it, but don't want to mess something up. I'm good for doing that. Right, maybe about a half a minute left. It's 7 o'clock. Hmm. Well, okay, it's 7 o'clock. Straight up. It looks like I have one visitor, but I'm not sure because if you are there, if you don't mind introducing yourself and letting me know and that you are there. I don't see the box for live chat. It was here and now it's gone. Maybe once someone else says something, but then I did say that already. So I'm Yemi, and this is my channel, Living with Fibromyalgia. I know that there are quite a few other channels out there that cover this subject. Matter of fact, I think there is at least one other that is named Living with Fibromyalgia. Not positive on that, but I think so. At any rate, I created this channel a couple of years ago because I, I was tired of suffering with fibromyalgia alone. I didn't know anyone else who had it. I had spoken to a couple of people who knew family members or distant friends, things like that, who had fibromyalgia, but they didn't know anything about it either. So I started doing research, and I realized that it is far more common than I initially thought. Um, and then branching out, I realized that the number of people living with chronic illnesses, with chronic pain, chronic syndromes, autoimmune, autoimmune chronic illnesses, whatever they give name they give it to, it the number of people suffering, majority of them women, staggering. And I don't want to minimize men who are suffering. There are some who go through it just like the women do. When I first created the channel, I kind of played around a little bit. I When I felt bad, maybe sometimes I would post. Most of the time, I didn't. It was very sporadic. And then I guess about a year, maybe a little over a year ago, I started to get a little bit more serious about it, a little bit more consistent with my posting so that it was like maybe a couple of weeks in between rather than months. And sometimes months did go by because if I had a really bad flare up, I didn't want to look at the computer or anything else. And the longer the flare up lasted, the more down I tended to get and felt guilty about the things that I could not do. And then I'd get depressed and sad. And I just didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want to see anybody or anything. I just laid in my bed and moaned about why I was suffering like this and just how bad it was. And I didn't have anyone who really understood how I felt. Um, Strangely enough, during those times, I began to get um, a little bit more consistent with my videos. At, and that's something I have to apologize for. I am not like this whiz at video editing and, putting in the little comments and things like that. And I never tried it for a long time. I'm just now getting to where I'm trying to start to edit a little bit, take out some things and piece together on some of the videos that I do. And I did find the spot where I could put in the words, type in something, or put pictures or whatever. So start doing that, I will get better. I promise you, because I'm going to keep at it. Okay, so anyway, today our subject is, of course, about chronic illnesses. However, it's about how those chronic illnesses interact with or cause maybe depression. And when we talk about depression here, in this format, is just going to be about maybe feeling sad or blue or feeling down. Sometimes we're not going to deal with clinical depression or bipolar or any of those things because for one, I am no doctor. I'm not an expert on any of these subjects, least of all depression. Um, I probably should be an expert because of how many times I seem to have suffered from it in my lifetime, but that's a whole nother deal. So we're not going to go there. But I think just from, and I don't know where my people are, I did give out the links to different people, and I thought at least my friends would be joining me, but I guess, well, maybe don't really have any. I don't know. At any rate, I'm just kidding about that. I know I do have friends. It's possible that they had other things going on or whatever because it was kind of last minute. I did decide to do this on Wednesday, I think. And I said, okay, we'll do Friday and we'll do Friday at 7. Uh, Give people hopefully enough time to get in and get a little bit settled. Um, and there was quite a bit of interest in this subject, much more so than in the other subjects that I ventured to discuss. Like, I didn't do I think I did. Did we do a live on Fibro-Fog? I'm not sure, but I did do a video discussing Fibro-Fog, brain fog before, um, and fibro-fatigue. May have done a live on fibro-fatigue, maybe because I think that was the last one. But like I said, tonight is dealing with pain, chronic pain, and depression. Is there a connection between the two? My followers on Twitter all seem to agree that in their life, the pain that they've been dealing with and the depression or the symptoms of depression, they tend to think that, yeah, um, they are related. There is a connection. And I can't say that I disagree. I have to say that I do agree with that because I know when I have a flare, then wow, if it lasts for about 3 days, any longer than that, and I am definitely going to start to feel, first of all, the guilt comes. Clean my house. I can't cook. I can't wash the clothes. I can't do my floors. And I feel bad, really, really bad. My daughter and my grandson live with me, and she's absolutely wonderful. I tell you, she's amazing. She is a classically trained pianist. She is a teacher, a reading specialist, and she has a private piano studio where she gives lessons from. So she works all day, practically every day. And she's always thinking about her kids and how she can help them and do more for them. But she also finds the time to make the groceries, to cook uh, for me and her son, but my grandson, her son, and she works hard at keeping the house clean and the clothes and everything. And I feel so guilty when she goes out to work and then she comes in and she's dead tired and she'll say how tired she is. And yet she'll just go in there and grab the mop or grab the cleaning stuff in the bathroom or go in the kitchen and start dinner for a couple of days. Whatever it is, whatever is needed, she just goes at it. I mean, and I am so, so proud of her. I can't begin to tell you how proud I am of her. And yet I feel guilty. I had to retire. Spent about 2.5 years. Yeah, about 2.5 years ago. And I had to take an early medical retirement with no disability. Can't get the disability. They seem to think I can work. Yeah, well, anyway, so I'm home all day. You would think that the things that have to do with the house that I could manage them. Most of the time I can't. And I get really depressed because I think it's my house. I should be doing something to um I should be doing something to help out. And I on those times that I can't, which is most of the time, well, then I feel depressed and sad. And the longer the pain lasts, the worse it gets. The more often the flare ups, the more often the depression. So, in my life, in my pain, I definitely see a connection between the chronic pain and the depression. I had hoped that those who expressed interest in this subject would have clicked on the link and would have shown up for this discussion. I think it would have made for a very interesting uh, discussion had anyone shown up, and I would have had some partners to bounce things off of, to discuss things with, and yet no one's shown up. Seems that there is one person either there's one person who drops in and then leaves, and then drops in again and leaves, or there are two people who visited, and the first one didn't stay very long at all, not even long enough the discussion to get underway. But if this was a second person, they stayed from a little after beginning till now, and they just left. So I'm not sure what's going on. No one, if they had questions or comments, say, "Hey, you're boring. I'm not interested. I'm leaving." Had they posted something, I might could have persuaded them to stay a little bit longer, but I was not given the chance. So there. But I do know that I sometimes will join in on a live and realize it's not for me, and then I'll ease on out. But other times, like today, there was a live that I actually was interested in, and somehow I lost her. I don't know what happened. And then I get bummed about that. But anyway, um, none of my folks from Twitter. I didn't really mention it too many on Instagram, just kind of like a passing by because there were um, at least two or three people that I do follow on Instagram that I don't believe that they're on Twitter. If they are, we don't follow each other, so I don't know their presence on Twitter. So, excuse me. So I did send message to them to let them know that I was doing this night. And I know one of them is in the midst of a flare up right now, and I was like, poor baby. So I know she's feeling bad, and I'm sure I'm not up to this for tonight. But you know what? I'm not going to stop. I will keep trying. And one day we're going to build up our audience, and people who say that, oh, I will definitely be there, they will be here. And I really do hope, I gotta put my glasses back on so I can see. I really do hope that I didn't mess something up because I did click over here. It did say, um, what did it say? I think it said like live chat or something. And I think it said live chat, but that disappeared. And then my name came up. And so now I don't know what I did. Oops. Oh, come on. I don't know what I did. I don't know what happened. That it disappeared. But if I am looking at this correctly, there's no one to chat with. So, okay. We won't worry about it at this moment. Um, yeah, I'm not gonna spend a whole lot more time on here because okay, well it's but it's been about 15 minutes since it's actually been live. I was thinking it was longer than that, but I I've been on here longer because I was trying to see if I could manage to get this together without messing things up. So it says that we're live, so I guess I am, and I guess if anybody wanted to join in, they absolutely could. So maybe I'll just sit here and wait a few minutes more just to see. If anyone else shows up. Pretty sure that number one, there's things for me. But if there is someone there, then send me a message, please. Oh, excuse me. Right, I'm gonna hang around till about 7:30, and then I'm gonna go and do some other things. Hey, people. Well, no person, whatever. I'm not going to even bother to post this one or to keep it live. Let me see if I can just delete it because it's just really me talking to myself. So I did have one of the ladies that I had invited. Well, I was just talking with her. She texted me. Well, she tweeted me. And so we got into a discussion. I won't go into that because I don't have her permission to do so. So I'm going to just stop here and delete this. But like I said, I won't stop trying. I'm going to keep on trying. All right.